Hello and welcome. My name is Nemanja Čabrić and I'm reporting live from Sinhua, from Smederevo, the heart of Serbia's steel industry. The factory that you can see behind me is today called HBIS Serbia. The Chinese company purchased this company for $46 million in 2016. However, this place has immense importance for the development of industry in Serbia in the beginning of 20th century. Moreover, this has been a public enterprise. This public enterprise has been sold to an American company, HeSteel, back in 2003. In 2012, this place suffered a huge crisis when HeSteel decided to withdraw from the deal and return the factory to Serbian government for $1, leaving more than 5,000 of employees in uncertainty. Before we proceed, let's remind ourselves that this place became part of HBIS, that is HeSteel, in 2016, and this is a result of a great friendship with Serbian and Chinese people. The factory, which started operation in early 60s, is currently producing at the maximum production level at 2 million tons of steel every year. It took only 4 years for HBIS to do this. From a bankrupt, almost bankrupt company, this has become Serbia's biggest exporter. The main output of this factory are hot-rolled and cold-rolled products, semi-casted, semi-finished products. Here we enter the cold rolling mill. This is maybe the final place where the production takes place. It first begins at the blast furnaces, which melt the iron ore into Bessemer converters and which turn them into steel. The steel is later being casted into steel slabs that are being turned into sheets and coils into the hot rolling mill. Here, some of the products of this factory are further processed at company's tin mill plant in the city of Šabac, producing tin plates in coils and sheets. This is the everyday job of 5,200 Serbian employees that have been working for the past 4 years under Chinese management. Here with us is our first interviewee for today. Mr. Vladan, how are you? This is Vladan Mihajlović.
Morning.
How are you doing?
Very good, thank you very much.
Can you please introduce yourself? You have a long career here and an important position at this plant. So what can you say about this?
My name is Vladan Mihajlović and I am Executive Director for Operation here in HBIS Serbia. I am working in the plant since 1993 and since 2008 I had position Executive Director Operations. After that, 2011, I had a long-term assignment to US, work over there, but after 4 years, I made decision to come back in my mother company, and 2015, I'm again in the plant and working here.
So maybe you are the perfect person to explain us about some highlights of Chinese management and how does it differ from the previous management that you had here at the factory.
HBIS took plant from 2016. I need to say that at that time it was very tough because our equipment, our facility was not in good condition. And first of all, we made a plan, very comprehensive plan to repair our equipment. It was our first step. After that, we made very comprehensive plan also for cost reduction, and it was our focus. Repair equipment, make good condition of the equipment, and cut our cost. After that, we work on improvements. Together with Chinese management, I work on major improvements and new projects, and at the same time, we transfer some technology from China, from other company, which help us to improve production, increase productivity, and of course cut the cost and improve our quality. It was the goal. Make new technology, cut the cost, improve quality, and move forward. Bigger improvements is new sinter plant, which we start to build this year, and also new walking beam furnace, which will help us greatly to reduce our cost.
Yes, and what can you tell me maybe how important is this steel plant for Smederevo and maybe for the whole Serbia?
This is very important, not only for Smederevo, this is very important for Serbia, because there's only one steel plant in Serbia, and we employ more than 5,000 people, and very important for our economy, for our GDP, and I will say that's motor for Serbia economy.
Yes, do you think as the production increases here in Smederevo, and recently it reached maximum capacity of this factory, I think, do you think that this will create chances for more people from Smederevo to get employed here, young ones, experts, engineers?
Absolutely yes. First of all, I would like to say that last year we made a record, more than 1.7 million tons of cast slabs, actually 1,707,000, and this year will be even better. It means that we open positions for new people, engineers, metallurgists, electrical engineer, mechanical engineer, but not only engineers. We open for young people which can contribute to our success greatly with their knowledge. It means locksmiths, welders, etc.
Thank you for talking with us. Maybe you wanted to add something. How is your experience working with Chinese management?
Very good. Even that we had different experience, and I will say pretty much same knowledge and different mentality, we find way to make some kind of synergy and work together on strategic plans, but not only strategic, work on tactical plans and day-to-day activities, and we are making everyday improvements. It's working great, and I really enjoy to work with Chinese management here in Smederevo.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mihailovic, for your time, for this interview, and I hope that we'll see each other again. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, and wish you good luck.
Thank you, bye.
Bye-bye. So we heard Mr. Mihailovic. He basically told us that Chinese company brought here technological improvements, invested into employees, and what we can see is that there is only a handful of Chinese managers here, and that mostly thousands of people working here are Serbian employees, and the factory has a significant amount of autonomy in their work. So here we are. We have Mr. Dusan Glišić to explain more about this process and to let us know about the work in this factory. So, Mr. Glišić, what is the atmosphere among Serbian employees here? How do you see this change, and what happened when the HeSteel purchased this factory?
Well, first of all, I would like to thank HBS that was taking over our plant, and I'm more than glad to say that the atmosphere is, let's say that way, wonderful. That means that peoples and employees work without any kind of pressure that they used to have in the past in some, let's say, other circumstances. There is a, let's say, a clear future of the, not only of the company, but also of the every employee, and I'm, let's say, very satisfied with the way that the management of HBIS is running job and business in our plant. The HBIS for the last 2 or 3 years, as they are running business here, know what are the good ways of all employees, and there is a possibility for every one of us to go further, to, let's say, go up and more to taking care about all other activities in the plant, and they know to recognize it.
So we heard that Chinese company invested a lot here, especially in the production process, in the efficiency, and today we can see that we are reaching the maximum production. And can you tell me why are these investments important for the production in a steel plant?
Well, the first thing is, as you said, the production level was increased. We reached the maximum that we had in years before, that we never had in years before. But it is only one step. We think that our limits are much higher than the current one. With the decreasing of the production on one side, there is a lot of possibility of employment, bigger number of people. I mean, from Smederevo it is very important, but not also for the Smederevo, but also for the other region and for the whole state. On another side, a lot of investment that was made and it will be made is related with protection of environmental, and that is the most important thing here for us. We have we also had in the past, in the last 2 years, but also in coming days, investment that will provide us higher production on one side and safety, safety work on another side.
For the end, can you tell me something about the cooperation with Chinese management? Was this difficult for you in the beginning, and maybe how do you see it in a cultural sense now that you're working with people that come so far away from Serbia?
Well, I would like that is the most interesting thing. The cooperation with the Chinese management, no matter what level they are, it is very, 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 good and the best possible. Why? Because they are very calm. They have a different approach from the previous management we have, and it is very, very easy to know what our goals are and how to make that goals happen. So I am very thankful to them on their, on everything that they're doing for us.
Thank you very much for this conversation. I wish you good luck in the future. All the best. So what we hear here from Mr. Glišić is that, as you remember, we started this story as this factory being a result of a great country relations between China and Serbia, and then we see that this is an opportunity also to connect in fields of science, in fields of business, but also to create some people-to-people connections that couldn't be formed without it. So people-to-people exchange is one of the byproducts of this cooperation between China and Serbia and the successful business that it creates. For those that just tuned in, let me remind you we are at HeSteel Serbia. This place is creating not only a big benefits, not only for Serbian economy, not only for Serbian steel industry, not only for the 5,200 workers that work here, but also many other companies that are cooperants of this steel mill. Maybe some estimations are that 20,000 people in Serbia, in Smederevo, in the city that has maybe 70,000 people with its neighboring surroundings, are really depending out of this factory. So this, as we said, had created some people-to-people ties. This is our next interviewee, Mr. Mladenović. Can you please introduce yourself? Da li možete da nam se predstavite?
Ja sam Zoran Mladenović, znači rodom sam iz Smedereva, radnik sam u saobraćaju i transportu, rukovac lahkom mehanizacijom.
So his name is Mr. Mladenović. He has been here at the factory in the consignation of oil and lubricants, and now is the operator of light machinery. So Mr. Mladenović, we heard that you have the Chinese language and culture maybe in your family. Vidjeli smo da imate kinesku, da kažemo, kulturu i jezik kao deo vaše porodice. Your daughter went to China recently. What can you tell us about this? Šta možete nam kažete o vašem odlasku vaše ćerke u Kinu?
Moja ćerka je još od djetinjstva zainteresovana za kineski jezik i kinesku kulturu. To se kod nje javilo spontano prateći TV program, kao dete gledala crtani film koji je bio na kineskom i to je zaintrigiralo i počela je sama da uči kineski jezik. Kasnije je u srednjoj školi nastavila da uči preko škole Konfucija koja se nalazi na univerzitetu u Beogradu, koja je organizovala u gimnaziji Smederevo školu kineskog jezika. Tu je pohađala prvi i drugi kurs, početni kurs kineskog jezika, da bi nastavila na samom Beogradskom univerzitetu treći kurs osnovnog kineskog jezika.
So let me just translate a little bit for our audience. So she first ona je prvo na univerzitetu to krenula, onda u institutu Konfucije.
Konfucije se nalazi na univerzitetu.
So she was learning Chinese at the Confucius Institute in Belgrade. Okay. Što još možete nam kažete?
Zahvaljujući toj školi kineskog jezika učestvovala na takmičenju znanjem do Kine.
So thanks to this school of Chinese language, she participated in the language proficiency competition in China.
I zahvaljujući tome je provela 40 dana u kampu i tamo je usavršavala i učila kineski jezik. Upoznala je prijatelje sa kojima i dan danas u kontaktu i dan danas razgovara i usavršava kineski jezik zahvaljujući tome što je u živom kontaktu sa prijateljima Kinezima.
Thanks to this, he says that she spent 40 days in China and got to know friends and colleagues that still help her to improve her Chinese once she came back here to Serbia. Jeste vi nagovorili možda na to, pošto ste zaposleni ovde pa ste uvidjeli šansu ili je to bila njena želja?
Njena želja je bila od početka, pošto ona je učila kineski pre nego što je došla HeSteel. Naravno, kad je došla HeSteel u Smederevo, to je posebno obradovalo jer je samim tim shvatila da će biti više Kineza, moći će više da razgovara na kineskom, da usavršava jezik. Zahvaljujući HeSteelu, koristim priliku da se zahvalim, jer HeSteel je uručio Milici jednokratnu pomoć za put u Kinu, zahvaljujući tome smo platili avionski prevoz do Pekinga i zahvaljujući tome je ona ostvarila svoj san. Bez toga mi ne bismo mogli da isfinansiramo celu priču.
She says that this was her decision. However, she wanted to thank the factory for financing the whole trip because without this they wouldn't have the chance to do something like this. I za kraj, jel mislite da je ovo prilika možda i poruka za neke druge mlade ljude da je upravo negde njihova budućnost u negde učenju kineskog i da kažemo zaposlenju u nekim od brojnih fabrika koje se otvaraju širom Srbije?
Da, svakako, jer tek dolaze brojne fabrike kineske u Srbiju i pošto smo mi u tom programu Pojas i put, smatram da je dobro da mladi ljudi uče kineski jezik i verovatno neće imati problema sa zapošljenjem, znači to je budućnost.
So I asked him practically whether this new level of Chinese investments is a good time for maybe moment for young people to start learning Chinese, and he said yes, of course, because Serbia's involvement in the Belt and Road Initiative created this huge momentum that could be used by young people, and this is their opportunity.
Nisam vas razumio.
Ne, ja sam samo preveo ono što ste vi do sada rekli o ovome. Ostali li još nešto dodati?
Pa ništa, još jednom samo da se zahvalim kineskim prijateljima što su došli u Smederevo, što su podržali ovu fabriku i primećujem da se u Smederevu zapošljava sve više mladih ljudi. Među ostalom i ja sam se zaposlio 15. januara ove godine i smatram da je to pun pogodak, da Smederevo sada ima perspektivu.
He said that he first thanked the Chinese company. He said that this is a major employment opportunity. He himself got the job here, and this is of immense importance for the whole city of Smederevo. Thank you very much. Hvala vam puno, gospodine Mladenoviću. Želim vam sve najbolje. So actually what we heard here is another confirmation of what I said before, that this investment is not only about steel, it's not only about economy, it's also about building people-to-people ties. Serbian employees are very satisfied to cooperate with Chinese management, and it seems that this Chinese management has some specific knowledge of running this steel plant. I think we had a chance to witness how this place is important for the city of Smederevo. In fact, the life in the city depends from this factory. It's also important for the Serbian economy, as we saw, and also it's an important fruit of the friendship between Serbia and China. Actually, this was the place that first felt the benefits from the comprehensive strategic partnership between Serbia and China that was established in 2016. Now this city of some 70,000 people has two great harvests. One great harvest is in fruits because the city of Smederevo is very famous for its production of fruits and grapes. The other great harvest is the harvest of steel. And the whole industry in Serbia and the economy is hoping for this to become even more developed and even more people from Serbia to be employed in this factory. What we could also see is that the company, the HBIS, it's investing a lots of funds and efforts in improving the conditions in this factory, improving the living standards of their employees, improving the production process and its efficiency, and thus making their product, their steel, much more competitive on the market. This has been all that we have prepared for you. If you liked it, please subscribe to channel New China on Facebook, on Twitter or YouTube.